What's a school rumor you laughed off as a kid that later turned out to be completely real? At my school, there was this long-running joke that our cafeteria worker, Mrs. Morales, was secretly loaded. Not comfortable rich, absurdly rich. Millionaire rich. The kind of rumor you hear once and never take seriously. I mean, why would someone with real money spend their days serving limp pizza slices and cafeteria spaghetti? The rumor stuck, because nothing about her made sense. She showed up every morning in a battered old 1995 Honda Civic, with rust crawling along the doors and a windshield that looked like it had survived a minor war. But at the same time, kids noticed her shoes. Always immaculate. Always designer. Louboutins. Jimmy Choos. Shoes that cost more than some teachers' monthly salaries. Her handbags were the same Gucci Prada, the kind of stuff you only saw in magazines. Whenever someone asked her about it, she'd wave it off. Oh, this? Found it at a thrift store, she'd say, completely serious. Sure, Mrs. Morales, sure. She also had this unsettling awareness of everyone's life. She somehow knew whose parents were splitting up, which families were struggling, who was skipping lunch because there wasn't food at home. She had a way of noticing kids who were quietly falling apart. If someone looked a little too thin or a little too tired, she'd suddenly have extra food that needed to be eaten before it went bad. I figured she was just observant, or nosy, or incredibly lucky at secondhand shopping. Then senior year hit and my life unraveled. My dad lost his construction job when the company collapsed. My mom's chronic illness got worse and she couldn't work anymore. Money vanished fast. Some days lunch was just a couple of saltine crackers stuffed into my backpack. Mrs. Morales noticed immediately. She started accidentally making too much food. Extra sandwiches, soup in sealed containers, cookies she claimed were about to expire. She always handed them to me quietly, never in front of anyone else, like she understood how fragile pride can be. One afternoon in December, she pulled me aside. College applications coming up, she said gently. You applying anywhere? When I told her we couldn't afford the application fees, let alone tuition, she didn't say much, just nodded, squeezed my shoulder, and sent me on my way. 2 weeks later, I got a phone call that didn't feel real. A lawyer explained that an anonymous donor had created a full scholarship in my name. Tuition, housing, books, everything. At my dream school. I knew immediately who it was. When I tried to thank Mrs. Morales, she looked genuinely puzzled. That's wonderful, she said. Someone must really believe in you. But when she turned away, I saw the smile she thought no one noticed. During college, strange things kept happening. When my laptop died, a replacement appeared. When textbooks were too expensive, checks showed up. Emergency expenses vanished overnight. Every time I told Mrs. Morales about my luck, she'd just laugh softly and say God works in mysterious ways. After graduation, I moved across the country. Still, I sent her a Christmas card every year. She always wrote back asking about my job, my relationships, my life. Every card ended the same way, love your cafeteria mom. Last month, I got the call that broke me. Mrs. Morales had passed away peacefully at 78. I flew back for the funeral expecting a small service. Instead, the church was overflowing. Rows of former students, adults now, looking just as confused as I was. Then her lawyer stood up and read the will. Mrs. Morales had inherited over $8 million when her husband died 2 decades earlier. She could have traveled the world, retired anywhere, done anything. Instead, she stayed in a school cafeteria because she loved taking care of kids. Then the lawyer read a list. 47 names. Students she had secretly put through college, tuition, living costs, emergency funds. Over 20 years, my name was first. She made everyone promise not to reveal the truth until after she was gone. She didn't want praise. She didn't want thanks. She just didn't want money to be the reason a kid's future ended. I still have her last Christmas card. So proud of the man you've become. Love your cafeteria mom. Now I finally understand. When you spend your life quietly lifting others up, you're allowed to wear incredible shoes while doing it.